What's up, boys? It's your boy Carlos back with a quick video. I just got out the gym, so I'm not really the most handsome right now, but whatever. So, let's just hop right into it. I'm gonna run through a couple quick things about how to improve your life in like an immediate sense. You know what I mean? Kind of like today kind of thing. So, how to improve your life now. Okay? So, first step is physical health. You want to be fit. You want to be at sub 25 BMI. You know, that varies for individuals. Me, I have to be about 175 pounds or less to be at that ideal BMI. So, gym. Go to the gym. That's number one thing. That is a habit of most successful people, is they have like a routine where they have to go into the gym and then have to push themselves through discipline or something so that they can run their businesses, or be able to have the confidence, and so they can transfer those skills to other areas of their lives. I've noticed that every time I go to the gym, I feel the best after. I feel like once I'm able to get through those workouts, everything else in the day feels easier. I'm able to kind of go through things a lot quicker. It's you put yourself in that mindset of repetition and just going through it, not really thinking too much about it. So that's number one. You want to do weights, ideally, right? But you also want to be doing cardio and stretching. For the longest time, for years, I neglected stretching until recently. A lot of injuries have been kind of prevailing in me. That's due to my lack of stretching. I never stretch. But these are the main important things you want to be focusing on. Ideally, you kind of want to go, what I do is I start with stretching, and then I do cardio, and then I do weights. Some people kind of switch all of these around, like however they want, but really whatever works for you. Number two is like a routine. You want to make sure that your days are kind of the same throughout. A lot of people talk about like, oh, my every single day is the same. Life gets boring if you're working like a 9 to 5 and all these things. I understand that from a perspective, but also you are more inclined to be more productive when there's like a structure to your time. For example, like, just waking up like at midnight, or waking up at like noon, and then waking up at like 3 p.m. the next day, your body gets like unbalanced, and your mind starts to suffer from that lack of what do you call it? From that lack of constantinuity, I guess. Is that a word? It works for some people, but just, we're in general, we're talking about like just for the average individual here. It's just things that work, right? So obviously, people have heard this so many times, but wake up same time, eat around the same time, and what was the other one that I was thinking? Gym at the same time ish, kind of, but really, as long as you can get it in, it doesn't really matter too much. Really, I guess just work and creativity around the same time, because it's a lot easier to get into a flow state once you're kind of already locked in. It takes some time to get into it, but yeah. So that's two main things. Let's do into another one. Social life. I struggle with this one because I kind of tend to stay by myself a lot of the time, mostly because of school and stuff. But even at school, I socialize with my peers and my classmates. But you always want to have some sort of connection with people. It gets really difficult and hard to just stay by yourself the whole time. I did go through a period where I was mostly just focused on monk mode, I would say. And while it did allow me more time for myself, I found myself more depressed, more eager to engage with people, that I was kind of a bit aggressive with it. I was finding it hard to read the room a lot of the times, and that's just, it's very similar to the gym. It's a bunch of discipline, being constant with it. And it's also good. Humans, we like to socialize a lot. It's part of our biology. We're raised in groups. So obviously, don't be social with people that you shouldn't be hanging out with, but try to find yourself in an environment that is motivating. And then this is where also a lot of the gym comes into it. Usually at the gym, you find yourself surrounded by people trying to improve themselves. For me, I socialize the most at work and at the gym and at school. So I feel like I'm always socializing. If I didn't have that, I would be pretty down in the dumps a lot of the time. So yeah, there's that. Okay, number 4. Not really. Let's do friends. This is the number most more important, or I'm sorry, family is number one most important. Family, friends, and then romance will be number 3. That one's not too crazy. I focus more on these myself. Usually the romance is built into friends, but as long as you take care of these, you should be fine. Number 4 will be work, which also flies back into routine. Is you want to be doing something that you're good at, whether you have to go pick up a skill or build a skill. It's important that you're doing work that you feel confident gets you towards your goals, or maybe that work is your goal, So make sure it's skillful. Make sure that it aligns with goals, and make sure it pays the bills, pays well. If you're not getting enough money, then you need to go find a job or something else while you gather enough skills or education to perform a job that you like, right? Okay, work, social life, routine. Now we gotta do passions. I don't like saying the word passions because I'm a believer that you really shouldn't be doing what you're passionate about. You should be doing what you're good at, which is usually what you're passionate about. It's like built into it, So what are you good at? I'm good at music. I'm good at speaking. I'm good at presenting. I'm good at thinking. I'm good at performing. So things like that. So passions. You gotta find yourself at least 1 to 3 things that you're actively trying to get good at, and you can kind of see a future in. And it's even a better thing if both of these are aligned, right? So focus on that. 6, or not hobbies, that's the same as passions. Skills or learning. You always want to be learning, always, no matter what, every single day. Learn new exercises, learn new routines that help you better, that help you to get better. Learn how to talk to people and influence people better. Learn how to be, work smarter or work harder. Learn how to improve your passions or your skills. So this is the main things that will improve your life today. improve your life now. So how do we apply this on a now basis? Well, hit the gym today. Go to the gym today. Do something today. Move today. Routine. Watch what you're eating. Kind of start to track your calories. Go to sleep at a good time today. Don't scroll on Instagram or Facebook too much. Make time for things. Social life. Hit up a friend or something. Hey yo, what's good? Just catching up. Hope you're doing cool. Let's hang out sometimes. Today's Thursday, not a whole lot going on. Work is go to work with a positive mindset. I find myself in this hole a lot where I go to work and I'm thinking, damn, I do not like this. It's not good. It's not. Be grateful that you're employed. Be grateful that you're able to bring money to your home. Be grateful, right? Don't take it for granted, because then you're gonna get too cocky and then you're gonna do something stupid. And don't get too emotional with this. Be logical. At work, it's what I found is always the best thing to be logical, never emotional. Never bring emotions into work. Passions is do something you like, practice playing the guitar, chill out, relax for 20 minutes. Don't do anything. Don't think. Don't scroll on your phone. Just be at peace, be peaceful, be mindful. And skills, learn a book, learn a language, hop on Duolingo, start doing the daily Duolingo, daily tasks or something like that. So these are the basic things that you should be doing to improve yourself immediately. If you're out of shape right now or something, go to the gym. While it's gonna be a journey, it's always better to do it today, to do it now. Go on a walk. You've been wanting to meditate for 20 minutes a day or something, like 20 minutes a day every other day. Put that into your routine. Social life. You want to go talk to more people. You want to go find a girlfriend. Go up to the people and talk to them. What I realized is we're all humans. We're gonna die. And really, just don't do dumb things. Do dumb things. Don't do hurtful things. Go out and fail, go talk to that person that you think is out of your league, go up to them and just say something stupid. Who cares? Really. Work. If you don't like the job you have, go look at applications. There are jobs everywhere. There's so many jobs out there. Just go out there, you have to put yourself, align your resume a little bit, work. Use AI to, fix it. We have AI now. We have so many crazy things now. Passions. You want to monetize your hobby? You're able to do that. You just got to put work into it, That's how and then with this, you're able to, that's where the routine comes in. Routinely work on your passion to monetize it, to make it your work, There's that whole concept of like, don't, as soon as you turn your hobby into work, it's not fun anymore. Screw all that, dude. You're doing something you love and getting money from it. That's the best possible scenario. I don't know if we'll get this. Skills and learning. Always be wanting to develop yourself. Always. Whether it's an area, it's never a bad idea to learn. It really isn't. But that's gonna wrap it up for today. I just wanted to make this quick video, kind of get the ball rolling in a couple things, make it part of my routine. So, yeah, good luck.